Hi everyone, Kevin at Bear Creek. It's July 20 something. I don't even know what day it is anymore. Beautiful day, Sunday. This is following a absolutely disaster of a day yesterday. Our area here, a bomb appeared to have gone off in the morning around 9 a.m. and we had some straight line winds. Think a couple tornado touchdowns. If there's a power line, there's a tree on top of it. We're not expected to have power back in my area for 3 days or more. Luckily, I have a generator at my house and it's wired to my house, so that's good. Uh, Farmer called me up, asked me to check on my apiary because he saw some of my hives tipped over, but thankfully, the only thing that tipped over was a stack of nukes that was sitting there behind me, and they were 100. They were all empty. The ones with honey and bees didn't even budge. Biggest concern right now is for commercially, on the commercial side of it, where our apiaries are, is not so much, did the hives tip over due to the winds, but did trees fall on them? So that's going to be an assessment for next week and not part of this video. But something we have to deal with is severe weather with our apiaries. But today, this morning, I've got a big day planned. Like I said, I was a little delayed. I put the Palmer queens in on Thursday evening on 3 of the hives. Ran out of time for the 4th. On Friday, I got off work. I didn't get back to the house until 8 o'clock after work because we worked all day in the heat, and I just didn't have time to install. And so I had planned to install the last queen on Saturday morning. And of course, what happened? Uh, my dog's bringing a branch back. Saturday morning, we had severe thunderstorms, wind, maybe tornadoes. Don't know. Straight line winds at the least. So I could not do anything yesterday. So my queen has been sitting for 3 or 4 days, unable to get it into the final hive. So today's episode, what we're gonna do is I have a worker laying hive nuke behind me. It's from a split that did not take, and unlike the other splits that didn't take, this one decided to have laying workers because I checked it up, I don't know, 5 days ago, and man, there was five eggs in each cell. So that tells you all you need to know right there. So what we're gonna do today is I'm going to take a frame of brood and bees from a colony and install it in I'm going to take an empty nuke box. I'm going to take the frame of brood and bees, cap brood, like just ready to merge brood. That's what I'm hoping for. I have a swarm that I captured on June 13th, and that should doesn't have a super on it. That should provide me with uh, the cap brood that I need of that age. Because what I want to do is give it a frame of cap brood and bees, nurse bees, and the queen, and then I'm going to shake out all of the uh, laying workers just a few feet from the hive. I'm going to shake those out, and then all the foragers will return back to the hive and populate it, and hopefully take care and release the queen. With the laying workers not coming back, hopefully that's the case. They'll come back and they'll find, worker eggs or worker brood, merging brood, and bees, and that'll give them a leg up to hopefully accept this queen. And I'm going to give them an extra box as well, because I think there's going to be plenty of bees in there. And anyways, that's my plan. Okay, well, let's get started. I'm also going to do another video on what we do here for our bees, and that's honey. I brought out a bunch of supers. I've got 3 production hives. That's all I need personally. I'm not really in it for the honey, but I do like to get some honey. I give it to friends and family or sell it to them, and I sell a little bit of it. But I am in no means want to get into the honey business. It's a lot of work to do honey. I'd rather be in the bee business, to be honest with you. So I'm going to do a video a little bit later on just assessment of how my honey's coming on. We are, like I said, at the end of July. We're in the home stretch of making honey, and I want to get some supers on to hopefully harvest whatever residual honey there is that's blooming. The basswood is over. That came in hot and heavy for a long time, 2.5 weeks or so of honey coming in, but I ran out of supers. I just got some back from Man Lake, so I'm going to install some supers on here. And all we got now left is clover and whatever blooms from all this rain that we got. So let's go over to this worker laying colony. And okay, this is my worker laying colony. And the first thing I'm going to do actually is move this aside, and I'm going to place an empty nuke box in its position. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to move this aside and then shake it out just a few feet away, right behind me here. And if you hear that noise in the background, that's actually the farmer. He's been cutting logs from this wicked storm. He says he's got 7 semi-loads of trees down on his property right now, which is just a ton. The basswoods, which my bees made all the honey on, huge basswoods, have come down. So just amazing, the devastation. Okay, this is my swarm hive right here. Not doing much for honey in there right now. Well,
Lots of faces poking out at me here this morning. Oh my God. This might actually be the ticket right here, as long as the queen's not on it. The only thing I care about is making sure the queen's not on here. Ooh. Well, I don't see the queen. Okay. Okay, this is my drone laying colony here. Well, laying worker, I should say. Colony. Yeah, you can see the all the drone brood that they're starting to create there, starting to cap. So we're just going to take this and I'm going to shake it out right there. And the funny thing is watch them go. Here, I'll actually let you see this. Here, you can watch them. They're actually going into to their old location here, and some of them are going into their new location, but you really rile them up. I don't like to do that. I don't like getting stung, because you can get stung pissing them off like this. Okay, I've got a good frame right here. This is the one I'm going to use to put my queen in. So I'm going to go get her right now. Okay, she's still going good right here. Whoops, there she is right there. And I'm going to stick it inverted and down in this frame. I'm actually going to pull this frame out. Okay. Well, that ain't going in very easily. Okay, I'm going to take one of these frames and I'm going to stick it in the swarm hive that I pulled it from. Very, very, very calm colony this morning. Okay, there we go. You can actually see some of the foragers are begging into that colony there. But this will work too. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, and that is how I introduce a mated queen to a laying worker colony. If you got any comments or questions, feel free to leave them below. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you do, and don't forget to hit the little bell icon so that you can get notified of any videos that I upload. So until next time, happy beekeeping.